Welcome back to Matching Men. This is unintentional.
Yes.
Welcome back to Broken Boys. This is episode 52.
Woo!
I'm Colin.
And I'm Mike.
Whoa, 52.
52.
52.
I was going to say it in Spanish. I don't remember how to say 50. Is it cincuenta? Cincuenta?
Something like that. Cincuenta
y dos.
Something like that.
For our bilingual viewers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, the actual birthday is until March 9th. This is the 52nd episode, so it's been a year of recording, I guess.
Yeah, 52 weeks straight.
Yeah, and no misses.
No misses, which I'm personally very proud of, because I was rewatching some episodes for what we're going to talk about later, and like I mentioned in one of the early ones, like it was like episode 11. I was like, damn, I'm glad I made it 11 episodes. I'm really bad at keeping the schedules, which is still very true.
Yeah.
But we did it. I was able to edit them. There was only a couple scares, but
a couple times where we couldn't do, you know, visual episodes because we had some stuff to do,
and then also there was like I specifically remember the Silk Sonic episode.
Oh, yeah.
It was uploaded, and the way I have to do school is that I need to be. I have like a 30-minute drive, so I go there, and then I'm there for the day, and it was Monday when it was uploaded, and you like talked to me. You're like, "Hey, so Put on a Smile is playing through the entire intro," and I was like, "Oh fuck, I know exactly what happened," but I couldn't
the
like
whole song. Too.
Yeah, but like the editing stuff was at home, and I was like, I can't do anything about it. But I was able to come back home, and it just like went up at like 4:00 or whatever, instead of a little bit later.
You know,
yeah. I thought I was gonna have to spend that whole night doing it though. I remember that was a busy week for me. I was like, I literally don't know if I have time for this.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you know.
yeah. Sorry,
it's all right.
Random note.
No, it's okay. So yeah, a whole year, huh?
Whole year.
That's pretty crazy. I know, like at the beginning we talked about how like, or at least I talked about how it was like my only like solid thing in my like schedule in life, other than like work.
Yeah.
And it stayed pretty true. You know, I mean, I've obviously have school now and I still have work, but like, it's always been that thing at the end of the week that it's like got to do that.
Yeah.
So. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with me. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking back. Not much has really changed for me since the beginning. I mean, I guess I'm living down here now.
Yeah.
But still in school. Still doing music. I guess I'm further in music than I was.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a lot further in music than I was. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It is interesting. Though.
Mike just showed Vince and I a new song. It was very, very good.
Yeah, Vince was like in love with it.
Yeah, he was
actually.
straight coming.
And I wasn't intentionally trying to do it, but he's like, this is like all my favorite things in music in one song. I was like, I guess it kind of is, isn't it?
It's got great vocals. It's got a fun chorus.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some cool vocal runs by Mike. It's got some of his best vocals so far. Yeah. So, you know, I'm excited for you guys to hear that one.
Yeah.
And I want to hear the album.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. I think there's about like 4.5 songs that need to be done. 2 of them are kind of beefier ones, but yeah.
It's gonna be a beefy album.
A little bit. It is gonna be a little beefy, but I think I don't know. I'm gonna be getting like your guys' like you, Vince and John. I'm gonna get all your. I'm probably gonna like send you like a thing with all of them in it. Maybe like a little bit before the album comes out. Just be like, does this flow well? Does this feel like it's too long? Would you cut a song or something like that? But yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun episode though. So.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. So, how's your week been, Mike?
That's a great question. What was I doing at the ending of last week? I don't even know. What did I do on Friday?
What did you do on Friday?
No idea.
We
Anyways,
played a game.
Yeah, we did like a little game night. That was fun.
Yeah. Did you play any games or make any music that night?
I don't know. I may have worked on... I've been working on this song for a couple weeks now, just because my work process is slowed due to school. Right. I'm pretty proud, though. I mean, like I said, that it was... Up until last night, it was kind of at that, like, halfway point. Like, it was basically just cut off from there. There was nothing after that.
Yeah.
So I did, like, about half the song yesterday, even though, like, I laid out the foundation beforehand, right. But... That was kind of cool. Anyway, sorry, my week. Who?
Don't be sorry, Mike.
It was fine. I'm pretty sure. I was kind of tired a lot this week. My sleep just kind of wants to go back into its old habits. In terms of staying up late, even though I have to get up early. Right. And it's not a great combo. I got like 5 hours of sleep last night, feeling great.
Fantastic.
Yeah. As my buddy Zane would say, that's a full night's sleep right there. So,
hey.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that, and then, I don't know. Not really much happened. It was school, sleep, and working on the song. And then scary things that have happened in the real world.
Yeah. Which we can talk about that.
Do you want to touch on that real quick?
Yeah. It's been a bit of a scary week.
Yeah, I know we're a music podcast, but I think it's good to, at least document these things. Being like, so this is what's going on right now. And also, these colors were unintentional, but
obviously it goes without saying, we stand with Ukraine.
Yeah. Yeah. So, for context, I'm guessing everyone knows who's listening to this now, but if anyone's listening in the future, like, oh, I wonder what they did on their 1 year episode. If that's you, fuck you. No, but...
That's the future, fuck boy.
Yeah, well, you're living in war. But yeah, basically Russia is just attacking the shit out of Ukraine, and Ukraine's fighting back, and there's some world tensions going on.
A little bit,
A lot of... just a lot of not great things happening.
Yeah, and everyone's against Russia in this situation. China is not.
Isn't
behind.
China on their side?
No, they're not behind.
Oh, damn.
Russia or Putin.
Yeah.
Taiwan, of course.
Well, Taiwan, yeah.
Yeah, and even people who are in countries such as Israel who are, occupied by. Palestine are like in the streets like, hey, don't do that, Russia.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you got like, the Taliban, I read, is telling Russia and Ukraine to come to a peaceful reconciliation. And it's like, even if the fucking Taliban is telling you to get to be civil, it's fucked.
You fucked something up by that point. A thing or two, yeah.
Yeah, Putin's a bitch.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people have been lost so far, but there's been a lot of destruction and across Ukraine and Kyiv, and they took Chernobyl, but I think that Ukraine got Chernobyl back.
I honestly haven't been keeping up with that stuff too much because I just don't really want to see it.
Right, yeah. It sucks to, it's scary, and I don't want to read about it because it's just going to make me anxious, but at the same time, I want to be like...
It's good to be grounded. Good to be grounded, know what's going on.
Yeah. But,
oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to add on that, like... I've kind of been describing it this way. It's like the Vietnam War was, the televised war. People were actually seeing war for the first time. But now, like, with social media and this war happening in a place where civilians have access to technology and stuff, unlike, Iraq war stuff, we're seeing literally civilian perspectives of their hometowns getting, like, bombed. And, like, that's just fucking so sad.
Yeah, no, I said it earlier. It's the TikTok war. Soldiers in the Russian army were doing lives on TikTok.
Really?
While jumping out of planes.
That. Jesus Christ.
Which is fucked. And crazy, and I don't know how that stayed up on TikTok, but it's like you see everything across Twitter, across TikTok, across Instagram. It's like you don't go anywhere without seeing something about it. And there's been as of today, Ukraine seems to be doing okay for themselves. They've been fighting back pretty strongly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a scary situation.
It is, yeah.
And hoping that Putin eases off a little bit, because that's very hopeful and kind of a pipe dream. But
yeah,
Putin's a bitch, so this is.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have any. I doubt we have any listeners in Ukraine, but like
any what? Sorry.
Listeners in the Ukraine.
Oh yeah, listeners.
But anyone who's listening to this, I strongly advise that you look into this and you support Ukraine in any way you can.
Yeah.
Even if it's just spreading the right information.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
It really does.
But
that's definitely something we should at least address, since that is a big world event happening as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been through many big life events in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
And this is one of the biggest.
Yeah.
So, fun.
Music is great. How was your week, Colin?
I mean, it was all right.
Yeah.
Nothing too insane other than what we just talked about.
Right.
Just been doing schoolwork and watching YouTube. Been watching a lot of Moist Critical.
Nice.
He's fun to watch. He's got a very nice voice.
He's pulling his cock out. I love that sound right now.
Fell fort, pussy fart. YouTube. Been listening to music. Been, just the usual stuff. I bought Elden Ring last night. Played a little bit of that yesterday and today. It's fun so far. It's hard because it's a Souls game, but it's fun. But yeah, just been worrying over the Ukraine situation. Yeah. So that's been escalating for a week or so now, and it just broke over. It broke open yesterday. So hoping that it doesn't lead to anything more significant.
And hopefully these comments don't age poorly by the time this episode is up.
Yeah. That comes with recording.
Yeah.
And then releasing it a few days later. Yeah. there is no guarantee that what we say now is gonna be the same.
Yeah. In
the next few days. So.
Yep.
But otherwise, it's been all right.
Yeah. That's good.
It was nice and warm at the beginning of the week, and it got cold and icy.
Yeah. That's another thing. It was so fucking cold and icy this week.
Not to be mistaken with skilled and icy.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any music news this week.
I mean, Donda 2 happened.
Oh, yeah. I did watch that.
See, that is a weird thing about it. Since it's not on streaming services, I have not listened to any of it because I just haven't had... I was working on music when the live stream happened. I just haven't had the time to watch it since. But because it's not on streaming services, I can't just listen to it. I need to... I don't know. There may be leaks somewhere or something, but...
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. I watched Fantano watch the live stream.
Yeah.
On Twitch, and... the new stuff was okay. A lot of the stuff wasn't as good as the high points on the first Donda. But there were some interesting stuff done. There was some interesting stuff done. There was some cool production. A lot of some of it felt like 808s with how much auto-tune and stuff was used.
Okay.
But there were a lot of weird samples. There was a Kamala Harris. We did it. You did it, Joe. You're the president, which is strange. And then there was a Kim Kardashian sample where she was saying, "Oh, I married the most genius rapper in the world, and he gave me 4 beautiful children." Stuff like that. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
He also had the Migos up there, and one of them had a line that went, "I stand when I piss, I stand when I shit."
You've told me that before, but I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, laughed pretty hard at that. There was also another line that went along the line of, when I laid you out on that bed, I gave you that semen. I heard the voice of God, the voice of Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Kanye saying
that,
of course.
Really? I'm surprised he put the word semen in a modern record.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure his mom, Donda, would love to hear that from him.
On her self-titled album, yes.
Mm-hmm. Her second self-titled album.
Yeah, yes.
Of course. Michael, you're dropping things.
Oh, what I dropped? Whatever.
I don't know.
I was getting uncomfortable sitting on my fat wallet.
He's got fat stacks in there from all the streams on those.
Oh, yes.
The song.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was interesting. The second half of the show didn't go as well. After he stopped playing newer stuff, he started playing older stuff from the first Donda. He played Jail, Off the Grid.
Jail Part 2.
Jail Part 2, sorry. Yeah. One of the things Fantano said during his live stream was, as long as Marilyn Manson or anybody that's been accused of awful sex crimes, it doesn't show up, it's going to be great. And then as soon as Jail started, Marilyn Manson walks out and he goes, no! But yeah, Marilyn Manson was there, and so was DaBaby. Don't know why they chose to do Jail 2 instead of Jail 1. But that sucked. We'll reiterate, fuck DaBaby and Marilyn Manson.
Yep.
Both
still holds
awful
true.
people.
Yep.
He played Off the Grid. There was a song with Alicia Keys. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah, I think that's The City of Gods. That's a single, I think, from the album.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think... They were having a lot of microphone issues, and they were having, I think, in-ear issues. Because while Alicia Keys was singing, I don't think she could hear herself. And because of that, she went flat, like, real badly. And
Alicia was going out of key?
Yeah. Her keys were
getting mixed up.
It was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
But there was I think it was during Jail, Kanye was trying to rap and with a microphone, and it just wasn't working. On top of that, he was forgetting his lines, and he decided to just say fuck it and threw the microphone into the water. The water. The set design was really cool. It was it was the house from the first Donda concerts, but it was burned from the last one, and it was in like a pool of water, and it was really cool looking. They had like a cool like moon projection.
I was seeing some
screen.
Images from it. Yeah, it did look pretty. Or I think John sent them. Yeah. They looked really cool.
It was really pretty, really cool. But it just went real bad at the end, and I haven't heard anything from Donda 2 other than that because, as Mike said, it's not on streaming services. And if you want to listen to it off the STEM Player website, you have to own a STEM Player. So until somebody leaks it or something, it's going to stay out of my ears, I guess.
Yeah. No streams for you, Kanye from the BrokeN Boys.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, that'll change your mind.
Yeah, but that was fun.
Yeah, there was that. I think that was the only real big music news.
Yeah.
Anything? Yeah.
I mean, there were concert cancellations across Russia and Ukraine from Imagine Dragons and AJR. Don't know why.
I'm sure they're very sad to not have those concerts coming to them anymore.
Yeah.
I think that might change Russia's whole mind. They're like, oh, fuck, we don't have Imagine Dragons and AJR anymore?
We're not going to hear thunder or bang? Yeah.
Call off the war.
Bring the troops back home.
Yeah, revive the whatever. Yeah.
They can join NATO. I don't give a fuck as long as I get my AJR.
I need my Imagine Draggies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's happening. But, otherwise, I don't think there's any big music news or anything.
No, not really much, no.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a monthly roundup.
Yeah. Do you want to do that first?
Yeah, we can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, I couldn't remember. Did we just call it monthly roundup?
I think so.
I was thinking. I was like, I like just in my notes I put monthly musings. Right. Could maybe be a name. And I think musing's like pondering on something or reflecting on something. So
yeah,
maybe.
All right, yeah.
I don't know. Whoop. All right.
Oops.
I just don't want you to see
all right.
the stuff.
Yeah. All right. So I listened at the beginning of the month. I listened to "Sling" by Claro.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I listened to it once, so I don't have a I don't remember it very well, and it didn't really stick with me. She got a pretty voice, and the production was nice from what I remember. Mm-hmm. It's Phoebe Bridgers adjacent.
Yeah.
I can't really say anything about this or the next one because I listened to these albums during that snow week, those couple snow days we had, and it was also the Depresso week, so wasn't really focusing on on listening to those.
What was the other one?
It was Laurel Hell.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't rate it because I don't remember it.
Yeah.
And the only song I can remember off of it was Amoeba, and John had that as the song of the week.
Yeah.
The last time he was on for a full episode.
Good song.
It was a good song. You can go next.
Okay. So in the beginning of this the beginning of this month, I listened to "Let It Be" by the Beatles for the first time because I'm not sure if we mentioned it, but my parents got me a vinyl record of "Let It Be." It's a really nice one. I'm like, well, if I have the vinyl, I should probably listen to the album.
Yeah.
I think I only knew the song "Let It Be" beforehand, and like somewhat Get Back because of the whole docuseries. Yeah, I listened to it. I thought it was fine. Like, it's not my favorite thing I've heard from the Beatles so far. Like, it was a lot more folky than I had thought it was going to be. And some of it did feel, I don't know if thrown together is the right word, but it didn't really, I don't know. It was just like, I like some of this stuff. Some of them, like, whatever. Yeah, I'd probably give it like a decent 7 or so. It's good, but not like, it didn't really blow me away, like, ever.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that album.
Yeah.
I don't know, I enjoy the sound of it. But, they were on their last straw of being a band at that point.
Yeah.
But it's funny because this was recorded before Abbey Road, but Abbey Road was the last one they recorded. But, Abbey Road was one of their best albums. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's okay to not like it as much.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It just, I was like, there's some good stuff on here, like Let It Be and Long and Winding Road is great. I can't think of what the other ones are. I haven't actually listened to it for a few weeks now.
Dig a Pony?
Dig a Pony. Oh, what's the one that your dad doesn't like?
Oh, I Mean Mine.
Yeah, I Mean Mine I actually liked quite a bit.
I've got to feel it.
Yeah.
Get Back?
Oh yeah, there's also like some like kind of strange interludes just in it.
Yeah.
that are like, okay, that happened.
Oh yeah, I do remember talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It just was. Right. I thought it was just okay.
Yeah. Also, breaking news.
Oh.
Not about any world events.
Oh, okay. Good.
So we've had a rivalry in the friend group of me, Vince, John, and Mike.
Have we?
With the a certain joke of the D's Nuts variety.
Oh yes, we have.
And Vince has been gotten a few times because he's gullible as fuck. I hope he can't hear us right now.
Yeah, he's out in the kitchen. It'd be great if he just barged in.
John got him pretty good this morning with a icy joke. But John has just been got by his girlfriend.
Oh no.
So John's girlfriend goes and I quote, "I want some onion rings." John goes, "From where?" And his girlfriend goes, "At Cece's." And John goes, "What the heck is Cece's?" And then his girlfriend goes, "Steedy's nuts." And then John goes, "You're paying for food." So the getter has been gotten.
The getter has been gotten.
John says one can only be on top for so long. So,
damn.
Breaking news segment.
There's a new queen in the house.
Yes. Sorry, John, to air you out on the podcast, but had to be said.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace to the king.
Yes.
So the next album I listened to was Laurel Hell, as I mentioned, by Mitski. It's her new album. It's also Phoebe Bridgers adjacent. She has got a pretty voice. I like, it's sort of samey throughout, but it wasn't unenjoyable. Again, I don't remember this as well because I listened to it once or twice maybe, and I don't remember much of it because of the depresso. But yeah, I don't have any faves, and I didn't rate it because I don't remember any of it. So, yeah, the first 2 albums of the month weren't it didn't stick with me very well. But it's up from here for the most part. So, yeah, that was my second album.
No, you're good. Then we got Ants from Up There, Black Country New Road. That's the second one I listened to this month.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. I've only heard it once. No.
Today.
I listened to it today. I listened to all of these today. I mean, that was a couple episodes ago now, but I just kind of went on a whole spiel of how much this record impacted me on first listen. And since it keeps being just as good to me. I mean, it doesn't strike me as much emotionally because I know what's happening or what's coming.
Right.
But
and it's you.
Yes. Yeah. It suppresses my emotions. Okay. But I can't say enough good things about this album. I know it's not for everyone. I've shown it to a couple people. Like Vince has listened to it, you've listened to it, my good friend Vanessa listened to it, and all of you were just like, yeah, it's good. And I'm like, okay, I can understand this is kind of hitting a specific niche for me. It's like it kind of caters to everything I love about music, and I fucking love every single track on here. Except for maybe the intro. I think the intro's just, it's good.
Yeah.
But it's also 50 seconds of like a 50-minute album. So, this album is... I think the flanger is on, so this may sound weird, but it's a 10. I fucking love this album.
Sick.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can be said?
If you want more thoughts on it, just watch the episode from 2 weeks ago. It's in the description. I just come over it the whole.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say come over it.
I come all over.
Yeah.
My next album was Give Me Your Shoulders Part 1, Half Alive. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. We talked about it when it came out, but that was on our Panic Artist Analysis.
That's right, yeah.
I just wish it wasn't mostly singles. I've come back to it a lot, and I have fun with it every time. But, Move Me and Back Around are very, very good. I think Move Me is one of my top Half Alive songs. It's great.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm excited for the full album. Hope it comes sooner rather than later. Kind of sad about it mostly being singles, but it doesn't create an awful experience. It's just I've heard most of it before, and that's not what I look forward to when I listen to albums. I like to hear stuff that I haven't heard before.
Yeah.
But I just hope that it doesn't take them a million years or to the end of the year to put the rest of the album out, because I know they're on tour. They just started tour yesterday.
Yeah.
But come on, why'd you have to do this weird thing where you dropped half an album?
I kind of mentioned it in my album of the year review, but I think of the groups that I follow along with and have followed album cycles for, I honestly think this is one of the worst ones I've seen. Me personally, I just was not hyped all that much for this, even when it came out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get it.
It was just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I didn't rate it still, because I don't feel good about rating it till it all comes out.
Yeah.
But my favorites were Move Me, Back Around, and Hot Tea. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My next one's also Give Me Your Shoulders Part 1. I am a little bit more negative on it than Colin is. I don't think it's bad, but it's kind of just over the good, just good mark for me. I don't know. A lot of the singles that were on it, I was kind of just these are fine in the first place. They're good. They're do what they need to do, but it's not really anything it's not really anything they're used to doing. I don't want to say groundbreaking, because that's really high stakes or whatever. It just feels almost leftovers of Now Not Yet, if that makes sense. It feels lesser quality than those songs to me. And then those are 4 of the tracks, and one of them I don't like all that much at all. And then the 2 new songs they're better, honestly, than the other ones. I don't know. It's a little underwhelming to me. I do feel comfortable rating it. I'd probably give it like a strong 6, a decent 6, somewhere in there. It just kind of exists for me, and unfortunately, unlike you, I haven't really revisited it all that much since it came out, like a couple times. But
when I say revisit it, it's mostly just the 3 songs that I mentioned.
Right. Oh, sorry. There was 3 songs that came with the record. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
But there's not much to say about it yet.
Yeah.
So.
It just kind of feels like a meh in general.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for that second half to be good.
Me too.
But we'll see. Sophomore slump. But
yeah,
we'll see. My next one is Ants From Up There. It's very, very good. I love the production and how personal it feels to Isaac, who was the singer.
Yeah, lead singer.
Singer.
He sings more on this one than he does on the first record.
True. Yeah. But he's great, and I'm sad that he's leaving. But I hope that he's doing all right.
Yeah.
I feel like the band's gonna lose a lot of personality, but with the amount of instrumentation and production that they put into the music, I feel like it's not gonna be totally left in the dark without Isaac. So I hope that once they find another person to sing or do whatever, that the band will prosper, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's really damn good. It's emotional. I'm glad I listened to it, and I'm glad that you introduced it to me. My favorites were Concord, Bread Song, and Basketball Shoes, and I give it a 9.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that was very casual of you. Yeah, I'll give it a 9.
Yeah, it's not a 10.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's still high rating.
Yeah. No,
I really
enjoy it. It's a really good album.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a fucking 9, Mike. Holy shit!
Only a 9.
Oh.
No, but yeah,
it's a 10.
Plus 1. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah, Basketball Shoes is one of my favorite closers on an album, like, that I can think of right now, honestly. I fucking love that track.
My favorite overall is Concord.
Yeah, Concord is a great track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going to briefly interrupt this time just to tell a brief story about Basketball Shoes. It's not even a story. Basketball Shoes. Part of the reason why I'm loving that so much as a closer is because they had been using that song to like close out their concerts for like a couple years or something before then. Yeah. That's why it's gone through like different versions, and how the original versions were pretty explicitly about, a wet dream about Charlie XCX or whatever. But because of that, I think they have said like they kind of built the rest of the album around that song. And like every song up until then, in my opinion, is like so good, and like it's so great on the ears, and they all feel so fully realized. And then it's just like an even better song just closes it out, and it's like, what the hell? I don't know. It's just like a mind blowing. It feels very satisfying in that way that they said that they built the album around that 13-minute closing track.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just a thing I forgot to mention to you, and just I learned after the episode.
Yeah,
but.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my bad. So as of request by our good friend Dane, and you were the podcast, I think.
Name drop.
Ooh.
He was with us at the Takeover tour.
That's true. That is true.
Not filmed.
Yeah. He wasn't feeling it, but that's
he was there.
He was very much there. Had a great time with him. Love you, Dane. But
I love you more.
Okay. But he's been wanting me to listen to Kid Cudi for a long time now, and I finally listened to Man on the Moon, The End of Day, is I guess the subtitle of it. And I listened to it a few weeks ago, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I was like, this sounds good. I'm not sure if it's quite my style. It has a very like early John Bellion sound. It's like very like Separation, like translations through speakers era John Bellion, but it like feels better produced, and it's like a mix of that and Kanye's 808s, as if John Bellion wasn't already enough like Kanye's 808s. It's kind of like that, but it also has like its own like dark vibe to it that's pretty cool. And And I just listened to it again for the fully for the first time. I didn't get to the last couple tracks the last time I listened. And I was digging it a lot more on second listen. Like, it's pretty catchy. The production's really interesting. Like, it sounds like somewhat like, I don't want to say amateurish, but like it sounds kind of like John Bellion, like early John Bellion stuff. But like the strings are really beautiful. Like it's a weird mix. But yeah, I'm liking it quite a bit. Some of the highlights sound.
Songs, goddamn.
Yeah, it's a bit of a longie. But some of my favorite ones, Soundtrack to My Life is pretty cool. My World, I was digging a lot. Day and Night, I didn't realize this was a Kid Cudi song. It's the one that every shitty TikToker uses when they're pointing up and go, "Oh, now look at this." Yeah, I didn't realize that was Kid Cudi, but okay. Yeah, I was just listening to this one. I was like, "Why does this beat sound familiar?" Now look at this. I was like, yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness seems to have MGMT's on that.
Yeah, I need to listen to this one again. Like I said, I heard it for the first time today, and I didn't like. I don't know. I thought it was all right. But Up and Away is the closer to the standard edition, and I like that one quite a bit too. It was enjoyable listen, and I'm gonna listen to it more because I think it's kind of more of one of those grower kinds of albums, just vibey.
It's not a shower.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I would give it probably a strong 7. I think I would say. Like like before today, I probably would have said light 7 or so, but it grew on me. It grew on me.
Cool. Yeah, my younger brother has really likes Kid Cudi and has been saying that I should listen to him, but I have not yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's on the wheel now. So
that's also thanks to Dane.
Yes, true. Yeah, if there's anyone you want to see on the wheel for Artist Analysis, just comment it.
Yeah,
or
for sure.
Send us a message or whatever. But we're always open to suggestions. But yeah, I'll have to check that out at some point. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
My next one is Infinity Nanagan by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. It's super cool. I really like their sound. I love the fact that it's just one long song. I mentioned it last week. Yeah, last week.
I think so.
That it's just there's no cuts between songs. It's just it feels like they just went through it in one take. And they were just like, let's just get it over with. And they did not stop recording. They just went through. Because it's just, while some of it sounds kind of samey, it leads for a very, it's a very cohesive sound altogether. Because it feels like it's all, one thing. It's just cool. Yeah, I recommend this one if you want to check out that band. Because I had wanted to check out King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard for a little while because their name was so intriguing.
Yeah.
But after Mike the Snare's video or Discog Dev on him, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did. But yeah, it was a very cool album. My favorites were Gamma Knife, Mr. Beat, and Wawa. And my rating's a 7.
So, nice. Yeah, that's one. I kind of want to check that one out as well. This one's some other King Gizzard stuff because similar to you, the Mike video kind of inspired me. It sounded like it'd be interesting to hear some of those albums at least. There's a lot of them, but yeah. I'll probably check that one out, and also another one that's probably on your list.
Yeah,
yeah.
Their work ethic is crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of group these two together since they're two shorter EPs. I've been loving a lot of Black Country New Road this month, as probably everyone could tell, and I couldn't really quite get enough of their stuff. And last week, it was literally after the pod, and I was so pissed because last week I was like, I can't really find a song of the week, and then I found one after we had filmed. But I found this group that the violinist from Black Country New Road is the lead singer, and I guess songwriter for. It's a duo called Jockstrap. It leads to some questionable search results when I look up their music. I've come across a couple things I didn't quite want to see.
Why not?
But they make really interesting music. It's like I saw someone describe it as like classically trained 100 gex, and like it kind of fits a little bit. It's like glitchy, but also like really like it's like classical sounding. It's not quite like the auto-tune annoyingness of like 100 gex, like hyper poppy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not quite in that vein. It's more. I think they've been more compared to like glitch pop rather than hyper pop.
Interesting.
But
that's something I've never fucking heard of.
Yeah, I know, right? I haven't really heard much. The only glitch things I've really heard is the Injury Reserve from last year. That was kind of a. I wouldn't say that was glitch pop. I think that's glitch hip hop. I don't know. But I kind of dig the glitch sound. I might look more into stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's pretty wild. But yeah, I've mostly been listening to their EP from 2020, which is called Wicked City. There's a lot of really good tracks on there. There's the song Acid, which is probably the most accessible one, and it's pretty. It's a really interesting like pop song almost with really cool production. And then there's the song at the end called City Hell, which is a fantastic closer. Mm-hmm. They do like a little thing like you know how in like Strawberry Fields Forever they like kind of like fade out and then fade back in at the ending. They do something like that for whatever reason in this one, and it sounds great. It comes back and it's like there's like a bass line at the end of that song that's amazing. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff on there. I would probably give that one like probably like a light 8 or so. Like it's really enjoyable. There's a couple songs that are a little too crazy. I would say it's a little like whoa. Yeah. But overall, it's pretty good. And then there's also their EP from 2018, I believe, called Love is the Key to the City. I don't know what they have with the city, but it's in a lot of their stuff. Right. And that one's also good. It's like a more like lo-fi version of Wicked City, which is cool in some places. But also it kind of all blends together a little bit. The strings are really gorgeous on this one, though. It has really... I'm not sure if, you know... Georgia Ellery, she's the lead singer and violinist. I don't know if she has connections with orchestral people or whatever, but it sounds really good, like a lot of the strings on here. But yeah, I'd probably give this one more like a light 7 or so. I don't remember too much of it, but I enjoyed it while I listened.
Cool. That sounds cool.
Yeah, they're a pretty cool group, which I think you would like some stuff from them. All right. Yeah, they're a little. They like to throw a lot of things in, like a lot of influences into one thing. Mm-hmm. I think you'd like some of those influences and won't like some of the other ones.
Well, you know how I felt about 100 gex. So.
Yeah, it's not quite like to that annoying level.
Okay. Well, at least there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool though. Cool. Yeah. Cool that you found something that's. New Black Country New Road adjacent.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah.
The person's connected. Yeah.
That's cool. My next one was Fishing for Fishies by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Another really good album. Very different from the last one, but I enjoyed it more. It's got a cool message about, you know, saving the earth from pollution and global warming and stuff, and you know, it's got a really good message. It's really cool. I like the sound of it a lot. It still has like a similar sound, but it's not like, because Infinity Nanagan is more of like a hard rock kind of feel, but with some electronics. But this one is more electronic with some rock influence in it. And there's a lot of cool harmonica stuff done on Fishing for Fishies, which is something I never thought I'd say. Yeah. But you know, harmonica can sound cool, and they do it well. But yeah, I like this one more, and I've been listening to it more than Infinity Nanagan. But yeah,
nice.
My favorites were Fishing for Fishies, Boogeyman Sam, Plastic Boogie, and Reel's Not Real. My rating is an 8.5.
Nice.
And then my last one is AM by Arctic Monkeys. It's a hate. It's you ever walked into a bar and just,
after leaving your Ford truck?
Yeah. It's just some chill modern rock. It's nothing too special, but it's not bad. It's just kind of samey throughout. And that's okay. It's a very, you know, accessible rock album that anyone could really find some enjoyment in. There's definitely there's a couple big songs on here, like Do I Want to Know and I Want to Be Yours, that I think got kind of big, but Arctic Monkeys have been around for a while, and I don't know if this is a highlight in their discography to their fans.
I think what I've seen is it's more of a low point.
Okay, well,
I think.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But that album art is so iconic.
It is.
Do I Want and I Want to Be Yours has been a song that I've known about and listened to a lot over the past few years. I like that one. But yeah, it's nothing too special. My favorites are Do I Want to Know, Are You Mine, and I Want to Be Yours. And I give it like a 6.5 to a 7. Nice. So it's not bad. It's just not, amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the monthly musings or monthly roundup. So yeah.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're kind of far in. I feel like we've been talking for a while.
Ooh, yeah,
a little bit.
This might be a little longy, but
it might be a longy, yeah.
But it's war. What is it good for?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's our 52nd episode, which is technically a year. Well, it's literally a year, but it's.
Wait, this episode's longer than 50 seconds. Sorry, I don't know what. I didn't even mean to make that noise. Whatever just came out of my mouth right there. I was like,
I didn't even hear that. No.
Oh man, it sounded like I was like mocking your thing, but like it was just a weird laugh. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways. So we're gonna go through some of our favorite moments throughout the the last year.
Yeah. It's my favorite moments on the podcast.
Yeah. Especially since it's our last one.
Yeah. We've always been planning to go for 1 year, and we know that what was it, March 9th?
Yeah.
We knew that was the 1 year date, and that would technically be it. But I'm fed up with it, and I'm like, we're ending at 52.
Yeah.
That's a year.
Mike's decided that music is more important than friendship.
Yeah.
So,
rightfully so. Yeah, he did that. But
yeah. So thank you for listening.
Yeah. But be sure to, if you're here, to listen to my music and not the podcast.
Yeah.
All me. Everything was all me. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
So here's our favorite moments from the year. Mine are all about me.
It's my idea for artist analysis that I didn't get from anywhere else.
Yeah. My original idea, yes.
So yeah, I just have like a rough list.
Mine's kind of a rough list.
Too much detail, but I figured we could reminisce.
Yeah.
My first bullet point is the Seth Rogen bits.
Yeah.
I miss that guy. It's been a while. He hasn't really kept in contact.
Yeah. Hope he's doing well. What's the matter?
I just miss him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like losing.
He'll be back. Maybe after
He's
I
in my
leave.
head.
Maybe
my ear's been ringing. He's in my head.
Oh shit! Tinnitus. Sponsored by Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Maybe after I leave, after this episode, after I'm done with this podcast, maybe he'll come back.
I hope so.
Maybe.
He was great in that Pam and Tommy show that I've been watching, about the Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee sex tape. But he does play kind of a piece of shit.
But yes, all the sub bits.
Yeah, the sub bits are great.
But yeah, those were fun to edit too. You were mentioning it either yesterday or the day before. That did you ever find what episode it was where he came back?
I didn't find the episode that he came back. No.
There's some episode where he comes back and he gets some more laughs, and then like I come back into frame and he just says "fuck you."
It was when we were still just audio.
Yeah.
But like, for some reason in the third episode, I was like, what would be funny if we just had Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And then we just rolled with it, and Mike edited in his laugh and some lighter sounds.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the lighter sounds.
You can't smoke in here.
It was smoking in my mom's house. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that second episode where he comes back and he's just like laughing and kind of being silent, and then you come back and you're like, and I'm like, all right, Seth, you're out. And he goes, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah. What you got for your first?
My first one I put, honestly, one of my favorite things is showcasing the different pod themes. Also, I didn't realize how long we went without like a new pod theme, because we originally had one from a previous podcast that we did a long time ago.
Yeah.
Shoving that we named.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of, I was like, well, I want a theme. I made this theme, and this is, my right to use it. I guess I'll just use it again. And then, but doing the pod theme actually was pretty significant for me, because it's how I learned Ableton. I was learning Ableton by making different pod themes. And I don't remember what episode it was. It was like episode 18 or something like that, is like when we finally got the new one. It was like right before the episode with Nick, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of like went through like, I think I made like 6 or 7 like pod themes before getting on the one you heard at the beginning of this episode. And it was really cool, because I mean, this podcast helped me, do the music stuff that I'm doing now, by learning all the tools, and each different pod theme, even if some of them weren't as good, they all taught me something. And then there was also the one pod theme.
Yeah.
Fucking legendary.
The old meme.
Oh yes. I can maybe even insert it here.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. Broken boys. We are broken boys. Hello there. Hey, hello. We are broken boys. Hey, hey, hey.
So there was that. Hopefully I remember to do
Broken
that. Otherwise,
boys. We are broken boys.
hopefully I remember to edit that in, or
hope
else it's
so.
gonna be so
I'll
awkward.
remind you. We're just...
But yeah,
I
as
know.
you just heard, hopefully, there was the Broken Boys, me just singing Broken Boys over that Backyardigans meme that was relevant at the time, I think.
It was.
Yeah. That was kind of fun. I remember I was stressed out because I was like, oh, I thought I made something good, but it just sounded like a sex, like it sounded like something from a porn. And I listened to that again like last night when I was looking for some stuff, and I was like, that actually does sound pretty good, but it does sound like a porn. And I remember that one like frustrated me. I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're fucking around.
Yeah.
I made a trap beat over it.
It's very funny. He sent me that, and I was like, what the fuck?
That was
It's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, just that whole like segment. I mean, I think it's impactful for me as how I've been doing stuff, but also, it's cool. I think the thing I came up with fits the vibe that we have now. Just, relax, I'm just chilling around.
Yeah. I didn't remember to put that on my list, but that is a good moment that I do remember very fondly of listening to those all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I love that fucking Backyardigans one.
That was a fun time.
It's a good one. My next point is all the guest episodes, but specifically the debates from the episode with John and Vince.
I have those in my list as well.
It's such a fun episode. The chaos that happens when there's 4 of us talking on a microphone is
on a single microphone as well. That was also the worst microphone.
Yeah. It's so fucking funny. We got into it. We flamed Mike a bit.
I still stand by my case of pretzels being chips.
He's wrong. But that was on the Just Vince episode that we got into that. And then
That's true. We did briefly mention it, though.
Yeah, we did. But we had that Pokemon question. Mm-hmm. We had the
it was Ludwig's questions.
Yeah. Right. Oh man, that was such a fun episode.
Yeah. You guys should definitely go watch that one, because that was I've always thought of that one as one of my favorites. I think that's probably the most we've ever laughed on an episode.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, cheeks were in pain at the end of that. When I saw it on YouTube, it had, like, 5 views. I was like, what? That's one of the least viewed ones?
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah.
Because usually on YouTube, it's weird. The episodes that say featuring, and then one of either John, Vince, or Nick, it seemed to get more views, but that one has gotten less, which is weird.
I think our guests are just inflating their own views.
I guess.
Hitting their friends. Except for Vince and John on their own episode,
Yeah.
I guess. Or on their combined episode.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I highly recommend listening to that one.
Yeah, I would as well.
There's a really good fucking bit where we talk about the sushi guy from Jewel that we used to work at, and how he used to talk about eating dogs in Thailand. God, it was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's such a good episode.
Yeah.
The episode with Nick where we went over our favorite album art.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah. That's one I like a lot.
I wish we did that one while we were filming video.
Yeah.
We didn't know at that time we were going to be filming video. At least I don't think we did.
I think we had the idea for it, but we were like, we gotta wait till we move or something.
Right,
like that.
yeah. So yeah, we definitely missed out on visuals for that one, but it was still a great episode.
Yeah.
It was great having him on.
Yeah, Nick's great to talk to.
Yeah.
And then our first guest episode with John. I forget what we talked. I think what did we do?
The first episode with John.
Yeah.
It was at your place. I remember.
I think
I remember the song he had.
Yeah.
it was the John Redcorn.
Yeah.
What did we talk about? Oh wait. We talked
questions?
about it was artists that we can't get into.
Oh,
that we feel like we should be able to get into, but we haven't been able to.
And I had Kanye on that list, I remember.
I had Death Grips on mine, which I mean is still kind of the case, but I've definitely grown more towards it.
And I've grown more towards Kanye.
Yeah.
Even though
you were a little forced to.
Yeah. But yeah, all those episodes were fun.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get a guest on soon.
Yeah, it's a little weirder since we're kind of far away from all of our friends and family.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully soon. Over the summer, probably more.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are just some of my favorites.
Yeah, I know for sure. Appreciate all the guests that have been on. John, all your phone calls and the recent ones too. Those have all been great.
Yeah, John's been on a lot.
Next one I have, this is a more recent one, but the Brokies, that was so fun.
God,
a lot of that was like your idea, like the idea of like the not game show, award show. That's the word I'm looking for. Doing that and like having categories.
At some point, though, that'd be fun.
Oh my god. But that was just so fun. There's just so much of like our dumb sarcastic humor in that episode. The skits are fantastic.
Yeah.
Colin gets sucked off by a balloon.
And Mike pops it.
Yeah. There's that. Also, the theme that I like recomposed for the beginning of that, the orchestral version. I'm pretty proud of that. As well as orchestrating the one for the Halloween episode too. But just the Brokies in general, that was so fun. I feel it's very much represents our humor.
It really does.
Maybe a little too much if I'm being honest, but it's so great.
That's also on my list. It was such a fucking fun episode to film.
Yeah.
And it's only a half hour long.
It is a shorty. It took a long I should say shorty. It's a short one, and even though that's definitely the most edited episode as well. There's texts and music and clapping.
Yeah. There's some good shit in that episode. I'd highly recommend you guys go watch that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Rather than listen to it. But if you want to listen to it and you have listened to it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a fun episode.
Yeah.
Those fucking commercials.
Yeah.
God. What were we thinking?
I don't know. It was magical. I'm pretty sure those were made up on the spot.
They were.
I think the AJR one we had a concept for, but we just kind of went as we went.
the A Joker.
Yeah.
AJ
Oker. The Brokies is great.
Great fucking episode. My next one was the Takeover Tour episode. The best concert I've ever been to.
Yeah.
It just made better by being with Mike and Dane.
Dane.
I love talking about it for our longest episode to date.
Yeah.
And the stuff that we filmed to insert in.
Yeah.
Our closing thoughts and our little car ride bits were very fun.
Yeah.
And I really love that episode. It was very fun to do.
That one's also in my list as well. That was a great night. A lot of memories from that night. Great time.
Yeah, I still like. I always keep looking at memories of that night on Snapchat and my photo on my camera reel.
Still your wallpaper.
Yeah, it is. It's. Give you that.
You gotta dox yourself.
Yeah. It's this picture I took. I think it's a really cool picture.
Yeah. I do too.
But yeah, love that concert. Love that episode.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll make a longer episode at some point. But
maybe
we'll see.
Maybe it's this one.
Maybe.
Yeah, another one I put, Freaky Fellas. That was our Halloween episode. In general, I was on some other shit on this episode. I remember. I need to actually watch it again. But I do remember I was like extra unconfirmed ADHD this episode.
He was goofy.
I was a bit goofy, yeah. There's the spooky intro, which I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The Aussie Ed Sheeran bit, I think, is the hardest we've laughed. The full laughter wasn't in the episode, but there is a clip that came out right after it. If you just look through the channel, it's the only one that doesn't have the BrokeN Boys thumbnail. Even when I rewatch that now, your fucking reaction I just caught you so off guard.
Yeah, I wheezed so hard.
You did. That I was literally crying from laughing at that Ed Sheeran bit. Like I said, that overall energy was just it was a special kind of episode.
It was.
To think that I was recording and making November at that same time.
Maybe it was the fumes from my makeup. Maybe it was.
Maybe.
But yeah, that one was so fucking goofy all throughout.
Yeah. That's definitely a goofy one, but I just remembered having a lot of fun with that one. We were in costume the whole time too. I was Ed Sheeran, he was blurry face.
Like Freaky Fellas is just a funny fucking name.
It really is. Yeah.
Some people probably went to that and were like, "Ooh, that sounds interesting," for like a something other than a podcast.
Right.
And then they got there and like, "What the fuck?"
So when are Ed Sheeran and Blurryface gonna fuck?
Soon, I hope. Yeah, it's a really good fucking episode.
Yeah.
My next one is Artist Analysis starting.
Oh, okay.
It's a super fun series to do, even if some of the artists have a million albums, and it takes forever. But it's just a really fun and interesting episode to go through. Whether it's hearing hearing albums for the first time, or going back to stuff that we used to love
and just kind of talking about it.
Yeah, and listening to it for the first time in like years.
Yeah,
because like
that's how the Panic episode kind of was. I don't think I've straight up listened to a Panic album in a long time.
Yeah, it was the same with like John Bellion.
Except
as
Pretty
well.
Odd, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like John Bellion as well. It was like I hadn't listened to The Separation or translations in a long time, and hearing those, it was like whoa. But yeah, I really love that series, and I'm glad we're still doing it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be doing it for the foreseeable future. So
yeah, I think it's a good dynamic, introducing us to new stuff, but also giving us a chance to talk about some stuff that maybe we briefly mentioned in an episode. Like we've probably briefly mentioned Panic stuff, but we never talked about our love for Pretty Odd or love for singles on other songs on other albums.
And just like gushing about Kendrick or
same thing.
We had like a long span of time where we just did rap and hip hop.
Yeah.
We went from like
we were pleasing
John to Kanye to Kendrick to Tyler, and it's like goddamn.
I mean, John's toeing the line a little bit, but John Bellion.
Yeah, I know. But like,
I know what you mean though. Yeah.
It was just like
he's from that world.
Yeah. But yeah, I really love that series. Yeah. So
thank you for praising my original idea.
Yeah. It doesn't take any inspiration from anything at all.
Yeah, not from anyone else named Mike. I have another one of running through the debate questions with Vincent John. Great episode. Go watch it again. Takeover tour montage. I think I have one more. Yeah. The last one also was. This one wasn't caught on camera, unfortunately, because copyright is a bitch. But when Colin had "Sober to Death" as his song of the week, I was trying to think. I was like, what is my favorite one that Colin has done? And I'm like, I think it's probably "Sober to Death." That the fucking, especially the ending of that song. Like, I mean, you saw the in-time reaction to me, just like, oh my god, what the fuck? This is so cool. And I still vividly remember just being like, oh my god, he's going between 4, 4, and 6, 8 over and over and over and over.
What do you appreciate?
Yeah. I just vividly remember that, and that's another recent one, I guess. But that was a great song, and then you introduced me to a great album with that one. So yeah.
I when I listened to that album and and that song, I was like, Mike's gonna come. When he hears this song, he did. Had to clean it up before he came back. That's it.
I think that's my last one.
I have a couple more.
Yeah, go for it.
My next one is defining music.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna do that.
Yeah, one of my favorite episodes, and it was brought up through some conversation that Mike had with his friend, and I'm glad that he brought it up because like that was like one of our most intense and like intelligent conversations.
Our most insightful moment on BrokeN Boys.
I love that conversation and
for those who don't know, just to recap, the conversation was talking about what is how did I pose it? Was it what is music to us, or what do we consider to be music?
I think is all music art.
Is everything music? I think that's what it was. Yeah. Because that's what we were talking about.
I think it said everything's art, but not everything's music. Or something like that. Yeah. But
it's an interesting conversation. It is. It's one that I think I kind of want to try asking more like just musician friends of mine, just seeing what their opinion on that is, because it really is I don't know. It's insightful in some ways, like not like a bad way, but just it's interesting seeing how people view that subject of what falls under the umbrella term. I love that conversation. It's a fun episode, so for sure I definitely recommend listening to that one as well. And then my last one is just getting to start this podcast with you. Just getting the start of the podcast. No one tell them about what happens next week.
Getting started a podcast with one of my best buds. Thanks for doing this with me. Mike.
Enjoy it while it lasts,
Trying to have a sentimental moment. You took the audience aside and told them to.
I gave me and the audience a sentimental moment. It's kind of like when the audience like sees in a horror movie like the bad thing that's going to happen before the characters do. It's just like they're like, oh no, he's gonna. No. I don't know where I'm going.
Don't tell Mike, but all of his music sucks.
Sorry, what was that?
What? I'm glad we started this podcast.
Dropping the act. I'm very glad that going back into Real Mike. That was the transition. Going back to Real Mike. I'm really glad that we've done this too. It's really, like we said a little bit earlier, it's a great way to recap music, but also just to share stuff with my good buddy about the things I'm listening to, and have him share stuff with me too. Especially this year, you're like throwing everything at me like every week, and I'm like, it's great. Getting to catch up and just put a real, I guess, like bookmark on the week. I don't know if bookmark's the right word, but like a recap. Yeah.
That's those are some really fun moments from the past year.
Absolutely.
Glad we got to share them. Hope you guys have enjoyed them. Go back and watch all of them all over again.
You'll have time to after there's no episodes after this.
Exactly.
How many different episodes can we make the joke that we're gonna end the podcast?
I think it's gonna be at least once per 4 or 5 episodes.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people forget. Yeah. So we're pretty far into this episode. So,
yeah, we kind of are.
We are going to... we're not that bad.
It's not yet.
So we're going to get into Song of the Week. And Mike is first this week.
I'm first this week.
So what's he going to pick?
I'm going to pick what I wish I could have picked last week, but it's okay because then I wouldn't have had another one for this week. I am going. I really, like I said, I was really digging that jockstrap stuff. The artist. I should clarify that. The artist with the violinist from Black Country New Road, jockstrap. And their song "Acid" was the first one that I heard, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting. I like this a lot." And yeah, so I'm going to do that. "Acid" by Jockstrap.
But what if you were to kill me off for words you say?
All right, "Acid" by Jockstrap.
Yeah.
What'd you think of
That was really cool.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cool stuff done with that. And the singing was like haunting.
Yeah. She has a really interesting voice, especially the way that they use it in a lot of the songs. Haunting's a good way to put it, yeah.
It's more sing-songy than, Isaac's stuff of Black Country New Road.
Yeah.
But it kind of toes the same kind of line where it's like speaking.
Yeah, it has that kind of like spoken word aspect to it a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
The violins were really good. And I like a lot of the electronic stuff done in that.
Yeah. There's I don't remember the name of the person that she has as the other part of the band. He's kind of like why can't I think of someone who's like the main singer and songwriter. The other person produces for them. There's like a big group I'm trying to think of that I can't think of at the moment. Anyways, it's kind of like I'm thinking of Magdalena Bay. That's what I'm thinking of. But it's kind of the same little dynamic where one person produces and then the other does the songwriting and vocals. But yeah, he does some really cool stuff with the electronics. That track it has a really interesting structure to it. A lot of weird things happening, but they feel connected. I love the string samples a lot on it too. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that was a really cool song.
Yeah. Glad you enjoyed. What do you got for us?
I'm gonna go a little sentimental.
Oh, okay.
I've had this planned for a while now.
Okay.
It's off of an album that I listened to towards the end of last year. I'm gonna go with Me and Michael off of MGMT's.
Nice. Little Dark Age.
Little Dark Age.
Cool. Me and Michael.
Me and Michael.
All right, Me and Michael, solid as they come.
Right? Yes. Yes, I was thinking actually we're going to use that as a new podcast theme from here on out.
Colin and Michael.
Yeah, I'll just edit myself in. That is a nice vibey track. I always think of a little meme that every now and then my neighbor sends. It's like that song, but it's like two kittens and just I don't know. It's like a funny picture of them just going, me and Michael. It's surprisingly wholesome for his type of humor, but I think of that every now and then. It just makes me happy. It's a good song.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah,
and I was like, that'd be a good one to do for our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
So I chose that one.
Yeah, and that synth towards the end too. I was telling you, I'm not sure if I listened that far into the song before, but it was a sick synth tone.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect amount of like noisy. It was nice.
Yeah. All right. So I'll text him just so I don't yell. Sorry.
No, you're good. Great song. I still need to check out that album. Little Dark Age. I checked out the song Little Dark Age. It was pretty good. And Michael. Ba 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 ba.
Sorry.
Well.
Hold on a second.
Did he see it?
Yeah, he saw it.
Oh.
He's saying hold on.
Okay.
Vlog mode.
Vlog mode. I don't think I have anything incriminating here, do I?
I think not. I don't think so.
Like
There's
something that would give us away.
There's some stuff up there, but
That's fine. I don't care. Just making sure there's no
here's his vinyl
personal
setup
info.
above his bed.
Yeah. Oh, my very made bed right now. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't show the bed very
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
There's a picture of the four of us up there. There's a mirror, so me and Mike can watch ourselves have sex.
Record the pod.
Record the pod.
Yeah. Or I guess I probably should not have them see my Spotify list.
Who cares?
Wow, we are holding on tight right now.
There he is.
Stop.
This is Vince. Oh, an
he's giving us
enchilada.
food.
A gift.
Yeah.
He's come with a gift.
My song for the week is I don't know. Act Up by Terry Presume. Presume? I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Act Up, Terry Presume.
Well, thanks, Vince. You
Thank
want
you.
to say hi to the audience at all? Or?
Okay.
All right.
I love the lesson, though I hate the pain.
All right. Act Up.
Hacked up by
I don't remember the name either.
what was it, Vince?
I don't know.
Terry Presume.
Presume.
Something like
Terry Presume.
Terry
Presume, something
Presume.
like that. Vince is just sitting off to the side.
Eating his enchiladas. And
That were very good though.
Yeah, they were very good.
Very grateful he gave us one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was great. That bass was infectious.
Oh
as
yeah.
fuck.
It was definitely my favorite song that you brought on.
I think so for me too. That was great. I wish it was longer. Like they were getting into like a cool instrumental groove at the end. I feel like that could have gone on for like minutes.
Yeah.
It's a really good song.
Yeah, and it was.
How long ago did you find that one?
Like a month maybe.
Oh, wow. So you've kept the song for a month, huh?
Been back pocketing it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
How long would you say it has in your lifespan of music left?
It's hard to tell. It's getting close though.
Vince has a wonderful system of his music listening where he listens to songs. I mean, I did this for a long time too, where he just kind of listens to songs that he loves to death, and then he
Buries them, has a funeral, and moves on to the next.
pretty much, yeah. It's a bit of a ritual.
Throws him in a shallow grave and moves on to the next victim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good song.
Were you about to say something? Oh, you have your finger up like you're like, oh boy. Yeah, no, that was great. That was really great. I really fucking love that bass. That was such a great tone.
Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah.
It's actually played by me.
Wow.
Damn.
Yep.
I didn't know you knew how to play bass.
Yeah, it's a spare time thing. You know.
Wow. No, who did know that he knew how to play bass?
Huh.
Terry, I presume.
Oh. That would make sense.
I'm already done.
Welcome back on for the first time in, I don't know, like
Probably close to a
40
year.
episodes.
Close to a year on our year episode.
Oh yeah, you guys are already a year, aren't you?
Yeah. But
what episode was that?
Wait, it's a year, 100 episodes?
No. No, 52.
52.
Wait, you guys are 52 episodes?
52
This
weeks.
is episode 52, yeah.
I think I said it was episode 100.
No.
No,
Oh,
no, that
jeez.
wouldn't be a year.
That would be
100 weeks.
that'd be
That's
almost 2
why I was
years.
like, that math doesn't check out.
Be a long time.
Yeah, this is the first time you've been on in...
Was Vincent John the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you only did one solo and then one with John,
It was
which was a great episode. We talked about that one.
Episode 14.
Oh my
so
God.
Almost 40 episodes.
Damn. Are we allowed to swear on this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this where I call John a little bitch?
we already, aired out his...
Oh, is it a CCC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would
Yeah.
fall for something like that, honestly?
I don't know.
I
Who would
have
fall
no
for
idea.
Icy?
No idea.
Yeah, what an idiot. Like,
Mm.
honestly. Anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Those enchiladas were good, right?
They were good. They were good.
We should call... I don't want to call John right now. I don't know if he's busy.
Yeah.
I would call John right now. And he's gonna probably be like, "Why did you call me? I wasn't busy." So, but we're thinking of you.
We are thinking of you. Thoughts and
I'm
prayers,
not.
John. Oh,
Yep.
Damn.
Empty void.
I'm always thinking of you, John.
Always.
Never leave my mind.
Even in my tender moments.
I heard you guys are getting political too.
Not really
Not
political,
really.
more just talking about what's happening in the world.
Which side of the war are you guys on?
uh,
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize.
It was unintentional.
We did. Yeah, we didn't mean to do that.
You guys are both matching and representing
Ukraine at the
Russian
same
colors.
time.
Yeah.
The Russian colors.
Well, soon to be, I should.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I hope not, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna end.
Guy would made.
Enchiladas.
Enchilada. Yeah, I mean, do you have anything else to add for this week?
I mean, I forgot to mention that we went out for sushi.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too. Yeah.
That was good.
Didn't get a invite?
Well, you were at school, I assume.
I was at work.
Work, same thing.
That's fine.
There was also like a leaked thing of that Harry Styles' third album is coming soon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was today.
What happened to the Kanye concert?
We talked about it. If you listen to the episode, you find out.
Yeah, you gotta wait a few days.
Those enchiladas though.
It's just what he hides behind.
What's your favorite episode?
My favorite one?
Yeah.
Episode 14. Easy.
That is a good episode. I mean,
That's
I'll give you that.
What the best are you?
I agree.
Some star-studded guests.
But yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, we went out for sushi. That was good. Got some unlimited sushi. I forgot how filling sushi was.
Yeah.
Even a place that's unlimited sushi?
Well, it was all you can eat.
Yeah. all
After
you
the
can eat.
fucking pandemic, it is impossible for me to find anywhere that's all you can eat sushi.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. I cannot find a place.
You gotta come to our school.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Fine.
No, but yeah, no, we should definitely, because I've been looking for some place I can just like stuff my mouth full.
Yeah,
of sushi.
we'll definitely go to that place because it's very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening and watching.
Yeah. Thanks for
sticking around with us for a year.
Been here for a year. It's been fun.
Hype man.
Yeah, Vince the hype man eating enchiladas on my bed. I don't know what I said.
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas on the bed.
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas. But yeah, thank you for being here. It's been great just doing this for a year.
Year.
The hype man's interrupting me.
You're fired.
But yeah, doing this for a year. It's been great.
Vote who this host is in the comments.
Hey, we did that for the Brokies.
You at least watch the Brokies, right?
You gotta watch the Brokies.
Episode 14.
But yeah. If you're watching on stream, you got anything else?
No, just thanks for watching.
Yeah, we appreciate it. If you're watching on streaming services, that's great. We love that. We love that appreciation. You can come over to YouTube and you can see our adequate faces. This one at least. That's a hunk right over there. But
I'm talking about Vince.
Nope.
A little more directly to my left. But yeah, you can see visuals, but also you can go into the description and you can find Song of the Week, where you can listen to any of the songs that we just played and just mentioned, as well as the Twitter page, and then you can find all my links for my music my one song that's currently out, but
It's so good.
there will be more that's coming soon. That Vince loved earlier, as we mentioned.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, I don't know, we'll see. But my music stuff is there, as well as my album of the year page and just my YouTube page where you can watch anything.
His Instagram.
And my Instagram. And then also we got Colin's album of the year page, as well as his Instagram review page. They're in those descriptions.
You use Instagrams?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, we really appreciate it. It's been a
Yeah.
fun year. I would recommend checking out any of those episodes that we mentioned, especially if you are slacking on watching episodes besides episode 14.
Yeah.
Those are some
These enchiladas.
yeah, there's some really good moments throughout the year.
Definitely check out the ones we mentioned.
Yeah, for sure.
Like episode 14.
Yeah,
we did
mention that one. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the
Many more.
If you enjoyed the podcast, this is the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Celebratory enchiladas.
yeah,
Enchiladas.
yeah,
Enchiladas.
Do you agree, enchiladas?
I agree.
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas.
Is that how you guys are gonna end it?